tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So last week we have the topic learn much or little. So there are four kinds of people found in the world: the one who listen little but get much from the learning, the one who listen little but not get anything from learning, the one who learn a lot but not get anything from learning, and the one who learn a lot but get many things from the learning. So even though the one who learn a lot and get the main thing from the learning is the best among them, if we cannot get like the best one, at least we learn little, but we apply into daily life the Buddha teaching and make our life better. So that is the point of the last week lesson. So today's lesson is based on one question of one of our devotee that he just have new daughters. So he asked how to raise the kid according to the teaching of the Buddha. So that is the good question, because most of the devotee, Vietnamese devotee, they follow the Buddha teaching, but they don't know about this one. So that should be good. And funny thing that next week we have Father's Day, so you can apply to your daily practice. So today's topic is based on one discourse in the collection of long discourses. We have the topic parents as the East. So in the discourse, the Buddha compared the parents as the East, which refer to the beginning, the one who support, the first supporter of the children. The funny things, when I look up the dictionary, that the word parents also refer to something like origin or starting or beginning. So in the discourse, there are some thing need to be done by the parents, and there are also something need to be done by the children, not only one way around, because most of the Asian, when they learn about Buddha teaching about how the son, the daughter should behave to their parents, they misunderstand, and they think like just from the children to the parents only, and they forgot how the parents should behave back to the children. So in the Buddhist perspective, the relationship between the children and the parents is the mutual relationship. They help each other, not just one way only. So there are 5 things that the Buddha encouraged the parents should do to their children to become their east direction. Because the east direction is the place, the direction that the sun go up. So it start the new life. That's the life of your new children. So first thing is keep them from doing bad. So you should point out the disadvantages in this life and in the next life for someone who do something bad, unskillful thing, like killing living creatures, like stealing, take what is not given, like sexual misconduct, destroy family happiness, or by telling lie or taking drug and alcohol. So such things, if you commit the 5 precepts, so you bring unhappy for this life and the next life because of the bad consequences. So that is the first thing the Buddha encouraged the parents to do to the children. And because you love them, so you should prevent them. Oh, this thing is not good for your life, for your next life. You should not do this. But if the children do something like that, you should take care of them, look at them, watch over them, and criticize them when they do something bad like that. Uh, like reproach them, like moderate them, like tell them, okay, you should not do that later, in the later time, because it will be bad for you. So that is the first thing the Buddha encouraged. So when after not doing the bad thing, so you should establish your children in doing good thing. So you find many ways to, even you give gift to your children, to make them doing good, like taking the precepts. The funny thing is that what we apply in daily life, we saw in the Vesak day. So we have the Vesak ceremony every year, right? So we follow this the Buddha teaching. So we try to have gift. So the young kid, as you see in the ceremony, they because they love to have gift, so they come and play. But at least they learn something from the Buddha teaching, and that could be best for their life later. Later, once they have faced something problem in their life, they will remember what they have done in the temple, how they learn teaching, and they come back and change their life to be a better way. So that's how we continue to do that in every the Vesak ceremony, the Visakha ceremony. So I would like to tell you one story. It's written in the commentary of Dhammapada about how in the Buddha time a father helped a son to listen to the teaching of the Buddha. That is the story about the son of the man called Anathapindika. So you know that Anathapindika is a rich man. He have a famous story that he laid out the gold coin on the ground to buy a temple, to build a temple called Chetavana. Even he's a really a faithful person to the Buddha and his disciple. He offered to the Buddha and his disciple every day. But his son is not that one. His son is not interested in the teaching of the Buddha. He never want to meet the Buddha when the Buddha come to the house, or he never want to serve the monk with the food, or even taking precepts. He don't care about that one. So, because as a father, Anathapindika really loves his son, so he wants the best for his son. He thinking that if later on he not anymore, so his son will be really greedy, attached to the property that he has, his inherited. So if he not go the right way, if he doesn't know the moral way, so he would use that money to do something bad, and that would be really terrible for his son. So thinking about that, so he tried many ways. He thinking about a solution to help his son. So he go and tell his son that, okay, now is Ubosatha day. You go to the temple and take the precept and listen to the Dhamma talk. I will give you 100 kahapana. Uposatha day is like in a month there are some we call in English like Sapath day. Yeah, Sapath day. There are some like the full moon day or the new moon day. So people often go to the temple to take the precept, special precept, 8 precepts, and listen to the Dhamma talk like that. So if you go there, take precepts, I will give you 100 kahapana. So kahapana is gold coin, like some kind of money like that. So if you go, I will give you 100 gold coin. So the son really happy with that. So he said but he not go to the temple to listen to the Dhamma talk. He just go and find a comfortable place to have a sleep. Then he go back. And Anathapindika really happy because he make his son go to the temple. But then when he come back, he prepare many food for him. Goes, come son, you have to eat this thing, this thing. But the son doesn't care about that. The son says, where's my money? But Anathapindika already prepared for him. And later on, Anathapindika think about another way. So he said that, okay, now go to the temple. Now, Ubosatha Day, now go to the temple. Try to listen to the Dhamma talk and try to remember at least one verse. If you get one verse, I will give you 1,000 kahapana. So the son really happy. Now the price increased. I just thinking that, okay, I just go to the temple, try to remember one verse, then go back. Don't need to stay for long. So the Buddha know about this situation. He saw further that this guy is the time for him to understand the teaching and get benefit. So he used his psychic power to make this young man not so remember easily. So he tried to remember one verse, but he not to keep in his mind, and he have to go back again to remember the verse. So for the second time, he keep his mind calm, peaceful so well, and he said, I will try to remember. And because he have the intention like that, he really careful when he listen to the Dhamma talk. And that's how he get the benefit from the Dhamma talk. And not only he remember the verse, but he also increased the wisdom and attend the first level of the Noble Path, the stream enterer, Sotapanna. So, and then later on, he invites the monk and the Buddha to go to his house for offering for tomorrow. So when he invited the monk, the Buddha and the monk to the family, the father Anathapindika really surprised, but he continued to help his son. The son, in his mind, he say, please, my father, don't tell the Buddha about such thing, really impressed. The father didn't talk about that at first. But later on, after offer to the Buddha, he tell his son, okay, son, I prepare 1,000 kahapana over there, you go and take. But said, no, I don't take anymore. He really surprised. And then later on, the Buddha tell him that, now he doesn't need that anymore, because with him now, he has a better reward. That is to attend the Sotapan, the stream enterer. Because for the one who get the stream enterer, he practiced the 5 precepts naturally, doesn't try to practice. And for that kind of person, the door to the Hopeful realm is shut, it's closed. Never go down to the Woeful realm. And that person, even they neglect in practice, they just return to the sun surrounding at most 7 times only. And after that, be liberated and free from the cycle of rebirth. So that is the better reward than just 1,000 the gold coin. So we bring back the story to let you know that the parents, when they think about the benefit for their children, they should try many ways, like Anathapindika did. So that is the second one. Make your children to do the good. The third one is train them in skill profession. So first, you understand, you have your own knowledge, careful, really stable on something, on some skill, and then you try to train them that skill profession, like calculation and mathematics, etc. So in this picture, I have the father help the son teach the daughter how to ride a bike. Normally nowadays, people misunderstanding about how to raise their kid. They just work so hard, a lot of money, and just throw the money to the kid, but don't teach them anything to 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 live in their life. And because the children cannot, the parent cannot live with the children for the whole life. They cannot lean to the parent for the whole life. They have to live their life, so they need to know something to survive in the life. So the father can teach how to fix the car, how to fix the electricity, or the mother can teach how to cook on a simple meal. That is some kind of skill, not big as the career, but some skill to survive in their life is still better for their kid. So that is the third thing, train them in a skill or profession. And the fourth one, connect them with a suitable partner. So when your kid grow up, they need to have a partner. So you should think carefully and help them to choose the suitable, the proper one, according to the family, according to virtue, and according to the material. So the material is referred to because later on, when two person connect each other, make another family. So all the property will connect together. So the parents, if the parents smart enough, he can look at how their behavior is, how their family is, how they connect in the later, when they make a new family, how it should happen. So the smart parent will give advice to the children to have the better family later on. I don't know about Western culture, but in Eastern, the parents really careful when they look at the other side, because if they're not carefully, the relationship may be break easily, because that the new in-law one, they're not good in moral, something like that. So that is the fourth one, connect them to a suitable partner. And the fifth one is and to transfer the inheritance in due time. So it means give them the property on time. So there are two kind of time or two time of occasion, the regular one and the proper occasion, proper time. So the first one to talk about the regular one. So when in normal life you give your kid some kind of money, some kind of property, you tell them, okay, keep this thing which is necessary to take while it producing, while it arising. Not just giving them to spend, but to remind them, put more effort to make it continue to produce, continue to arising. And then let it consume by you and do good with this. Always remind your kids to do good with the money you get. Not just get the money and buy many things you want or do whatever you want, but try to do good with the money you have, with the property you have. So that is the first one. And during the childhood to when they getting married, so there are some proper occasion you can give them, or at the last moment on the deathbed, the parents can give the inheritance to the son or the daughter, but always remind them, use this property to do something good. So that is the most important thing. Not just give them the property, the inheritance, but remind them to use it for the good benefit for them later. So that is the 5 things that the Buddha encouraged the parents to do for their children. So in the Tikha Nikaya, there's a quote, parents served by their children in these 5 ways, show sympathy to them in these 5 ways. That's how the Eastern Quarter is covered, keep safe and free of peril. So there are 5 things that the parents should do to the children And on the hand, the children should do another 5 things to the parents. So if both of them can do can do dutiful to their part, so the eastern quarter is covered, is kept safe and free from danger. Because the danger will happen if neither one of them, one of the sides not do their part. If the children, the son or the daughter, do something bad, not good, like not listen to the good advice from the parents, or they do against that, or he just don't do that, so they may face some problem in their life. The problem, the danger may happen is like they will be criticized by the wise one because they're not moral, they not do something good, they will be criticized, or the society will criticize them when they do something bad. So that could happen to either side when they not do the good on their part. And even if the children do good but the parents not good, also may be dangerous for the children too, because for whole their life, when they grow up, start from the beginning, because the parent is the bad parents, the immoral parents, so what they teach is all about immoral things. And if the children is not smart enough, fall into that way, and really terrible for their life. So not talk about both of them not perform good. So if both of them do good on their part, so it will be better for both. And this is called the eastern water is covered, is kept safe. So now we finished the parents part. So the children part, what should they do for the parents? They should nurture those who I will nurture those who nurture me. They should keep in their mind like that. Because we take milk from the parents, because the parents help us to grow up. Our limbs, our hand, our foot, with the help of the parents. When we still little kid, even running nose come out from really dirty, but the parent try to keep them clean as much as possible, and try to nourish them, try to preserve us, look after us. So because they do so many things for us, keep us in the experience of happy experience as much as possible, and reduce the suffering experience as much as possible. So when they grow old, so we help them, we repay them as they do for us from the beginning. So that is the first thing the children should think to take care of the parents. The second thing to do is, I will do their duty for them. Leave our own business beside, and I will come and perform the duty for our parents that arise from the royal family, etc. So in the early time, there are some things that the parents need to do with the king or the royal family, or other duty. So the children will help the parents to perform that. But when I read this part yesterday, I have another idea that this is my own idea. So all the duty of the parents, it could be to their parents too. I mean that when you look at the picture, this is the grandchild take care of the grandparents. So in some case that the parents doesn't have the time to take care of the grandparents, to their parents. So the children can help their parents to perform their duty. That's my idea according to this part. It can apply in the daily practice in this way. The third one, is I'll maintain the family lineage. I will not destroy the property of my parents, such as the fields, the gold coin, protect them and maintain the clan. And some of the bad custom of the family, I will try to remove that, not keep that in the family because it's not bring any benefit. And what is the good tradition of the family? I will try to maintain it and make it progress because it's bring a benefit for the family. So the bad custom, it could happen in the sub-commentary. It gives an example that some parents, immoral parents, teach the children that teach the daughter especially, um, now you should go find a good man, like high class or similar to your class. Then be go to that man. You show them how your neck is, how your hand is, how your wrist is, to get benefit from him. So that is the best advice from the parents. So no need to keep that custom tradition. But the good, what is the good tradition? So the tradition concern the morality, concern the generosity. So that is the good tradition. We have the like the picture here, offering by drawing lot, like drawing lots. Okay, like in the Buddha times, there are so many monks, like 500 monks something. You cannot offer all of them, so they will drawing lots to, like, I will offer 5 monks only. They draw lots and take 5 monks from that 500 and bring home and do the offering. So that is the good tradition, and that to keep. But the bad tradition, bad custom, to remove it. So that is the third one. Keep maintain the good tradition. The fourth one is I'll take care of the inheritance. So if the parents give the good advice to the children, but the children does not listen to them or even go against the advice, so the parents may consider, may judge that this son, his daughter is not good son or daughter. I will not consider them as the son or daughter anymore. I will not give them the inheritance. So the one who keep the inheritance, who take the inheritance, should be the one who listen to the good advice from the parent. So I will become that kind of person. So that is the fourth one. I have the picture here. Is like the daughter. She tried to honor the father, listen to his advice, to study hard, to graduate from school, something like that. And the fifth one is after the parent pass away, I will do the merit, do the good deed, and dedicate the meritorious deed for them after they pass away. It's funny that in Vietnam, most of the people, they misunderstand the duty of the children to the parents. They take care of this part really, really, really good, not the other one. Like when their parents still alive, they don't take care of them. But when they pass away, they cry, they offer really good food, but the parent cannot eat. Even if they go around, if they still around to see, but they cannot eat too. And if they still go around, that's really dangerous for them, but they don't know how to help them. So the Buddhist part, the Buddhist perspective is to help their parents if they fall into that bad situation like that, linger around. So we do good deed that could be help them to liberate from that woeful state and have a better life. So that is the good thing that the children should do after they pass away. But look at all of the five things That is just one part. We should do something good when they're still alive, not only after they pass away, because after they pass away, is the chance is really rare to have them. They cannot enjoy much when they're still alive. So today we study parents as the eats. There are 5 things that the children should do to the parents, and on the other hand, the parents should do 5 things to the children. So if both of us work together, so we keep our both of sides safe, like the each direction. The parents should do something to make them the each direction, the good beginning for their children, and the children should take care of their parent as the each direction for their life. So the parents should tell them what is not good for their life, not to do something bad, and do something good for their life, train them in some skill for their life, and connect them to a suitable partner, and transfer the inheritance in due time. On the other hand, the children should take care of the one who already take care of us, to do their duty, to maintain the family lineage, to take care of the inheritance, and after they pass away, do the meritorious deeds and transfer dedicate the marriage to them. So that is how the Buddha teach the relationship between the children and the parents, the mutual relationship, having each other, not just the children to the parent only, or the parent to the children only. So thank you for your listening.
Okay, discussing time. I just want to elaborate a little bit about Venerable talk about the son tried to show his duty, appreciation to the parents when they pass away. So basically, what he meant is, as an Asian culture, we have this belief of worshiping ancestor. After our ancestor pass away, we often, on the death anniversary, we often prepare food, elaborate food, and make the offering to our pass away relative. And what he meant is that sometimes the children neglect the parent, didn't do take responsibility to look after them when they are at old age and not capable of doing a lot of things. And then when the parent pass away, they prepare elaborate meal, very fancy, and offer to the relative, and show everyone to the world that they are very dutiful children and all that. That's what he meant. And if the parents happen to be born as a hungry ghost, which is like linger around the family relative, this type of being cannot consume the human food. If they see the food, they probably look at it, but they won't be able to take it. They won't be able to eat it. So that would be terrible. That would be more tormenting. You try to show the world how dutiful you are by preparing the very delicious food and don't let them eat it. So that would be more cruel. So in this situation, I personally feel that the children not only being selfish when the parents are still alive, they continue to be more selfish when they already pass away and be born as hungry ghosts, present a very delicious food, and they can't consume it, they cannot eat it. So in Buddhist perspective, when the parents are feeble, still alive, feeble, cannot well take care of themselves, the children should step up and take care of them, do things that they can't do. And when they pass away, when they die, the children continue to make merit and share it with them. the being, even if they be born as hungry ghosts, linger around looking, they cannot eat the food, but they can benefit from the merit that we share. Because in Buddhism, we have this concept of they being able to benefit from this merit, not the food that we eat. They have their own food, but we don't know how to prepare it. So continue to take care of them when they at old age, and then when they pass away, can no longer physically take care of them, we can continue to make merit and share merit to them. So that's what he meant about that. Sometimes he doesn't know how to explain, and I fear that you might not pick up what he said. So from today's lesson, the Buddha gave a lot of example of how to take care our children the good way by giving an example of the son of Anabindakasa, the donor, the householder. He's very wealthy. He laid gold on the ground, and wherever the gold that he laid covered the ground, that's where he bought the land and built the Santivana, the temple, to offer to the Buddha and the Sangha. He's so devoted to the Buddha, he saw much benefit in the teaching, but his son did not see that, so he used the way kind of buy him into listening to the Buddha. But at the end, he attained the first noblehood called Santivana, and he found that the 1,000 gold coin from his father is not worthy of it, so he decided not to take it. So this is how the father helped the son. Not only he gained the wealth in this life, but in many life, in the next 7 life of the son, that he will benefit from that. Once a person attains Santivana, the woeful realm is closed upon him. He will no longer be born in the woeful realm, like hell realm, animal realm, hungry ghost realm, the demon, the asura, the demon realm, the 4th realm that is called the suffering realm. So for those who attain Santivana, that 4th woeful realm is closed for him, and he only has 7 more life at most left to be in the cycle of rebirth. So that is like the great gift ever that the parent can ever give it to the children. So beside that, I personally believe that how to teach our children is from our own act. The kid will learn from parents. If we always present ourselves as a good Buddhist, good practitioner, like we practice generosity, we practice keeping the precept, explain our children why we need to keep this precept, what the benefit of it, and we perform it, and the children will see it, learn from it. And that's the best lesson that we can actually give to our children. And a lot of times we say, is there any more lesson the Buddha taught, how to be a good Buddhist, as an example to the children? I believe that through our practice, try to be less greed, less anger, and less delusion, and set an example for our children to learn from. And once they learn the morality, their life will be better off. So I think, that's the best way to raise our kid. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes.
I really like the story because, the father didn't say, oh, you have to be, go to the Buddha or you can't come home, or, he didn't punish him or get angry with him.
Right.
He was skillful and thought, well, this is what the son likes, so if I offer something that he likes, then
Right.
he's more likely to, do this thing
Yeah.
and learn. So I really like that because, some parents, they like, do what I say, or, and they don't necessarily live those.
Yeah, don't force them, but you reward them. Yeah.
And I think that's really good to think about is setting your own example
Mhm.
is the best way to teach someone.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why on the Vesak day, only for this temple, we have this called the spin the Dhamma wheel, and answer question, and they get gift. This year, we stand to have a lot of young kids. Fortunately, did you come? You didn't come. Yeah, we have quite a few young kids come and participate. Well, kids, they don't know much, they don't know better, but if there's gift, there's a game, there's a lot of, fun, they tend to like it more, they tend to focus more. So we use that, I have to be the game host, talk very, energetic, encouraging, and, kind of jip them up, kind of juice them up. So that way they had fun from there. And then they receive the gift, something that they is an encouragement. So whenever they think about the temple, they think about the gift, the game, and all that. And then gradually they grow up and they pick up a few things from the teaching of the Buddha, and that's how they change their life. So we use the same example like a reward in a very good way. So that way, introduce them the Buddha teaching. Get them used to the temple environment. Every time kids come here, we try to be very nice, very loving, very attentive to them. Different from other temples that they don't like the kid to run around. They say, oh, if you run around, you disturb the peace here and all that. And they tend to scold at the kid, and the kid get an aversion going to the temple. So every time the parent asks them, they go, oh, I don't want to go there. The monk is mean. They don't want me to run anywhere. They don't want to talk. Like that. We don't want that to happen here. When the kid run, we kind of keep an eye on them, but let them be free, because that's kids, right? You were like that too. You're running around, you do a lot of things. Sometimes they throw rock in the pond. But I told them, oh, if you throw rock, you hit the fish and the fish get hurt. You don't want to be hurt, do you? And see, bring the sympathy out of them, teach them that way. And if they put themselves in the situation, they won't do it anymore. So that's how we taught them. But we won't go there and scold them and say, why you throw rock at the kid? You're gonna break the kind of thing is the negative impact on the kid. And they don't want to go to the temple. But if they go to the temple, they will pick up a few things. Like Mitanin, one of our male devotees here, he told me when he was young, he went to the temple with his parents. He ran around, didn't do anything. But while running around, he picked up things without aware of it. And when he grew up, being a grown man, he remembered what he learned, what he heard from the monk, and he picked up quicker than someone who completely new to the teaching of the Buddha. So give the kid the chance to come here and enjoy it. Sometimes I give them fruit or some candy or something. It's just something that they enjoy to go to the temple, and how we encourage them. Yeah. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, just like some of our Myanmar family, right here we go Amsterdam in the butt. They have a little grandchildren, granddaughter, and every time we go Pinnabat, she tried to bring her granddaughter and do the offering to the monk. That is make them the habits to do the generosity when they were still little. And then later on when they grow up, it will become the habit to be a generous person, to be a better person, moral person.
Yeah. I think that's a tradition in the Theravada Buddhist countries. Every morning, they often stand in front of the house waiting for the monk to pass by to collect food. We call bindabata. And they bring children, kids, to help them. The kid would hold the pot, or whatever that they participating in the giving. And the kid learned it when it was very young. It was a happy time and memorable. So when they grew up, they pick up the tradition. So they also, the parent got old, passed away, and the children also continue. So the monk, every time they walk by, you wouldn't be, it's not common that could be 4 or 5 generations, same spot, same monk or different monk, but all the way in front of that house for 4 or 5 generations. They keep doing that. And practice giving like this, give them, a lot of benefit, things like that. So here in Augusta, every Wednesday we go to the Myanmar family to collect food. Now they have the granddaughter, so they brought the granddaughter, even though she was just like maybe 6 months, and now she's like 9 months already. So in front of the monk, she looked at, the grandparent give food to the monk, and then put the palm together, bow down, and things like that. She cried a little bit because how young kid afraid of strangers. But eventually she getting better and better and enjoy it. And not only that, they brought their dogs too. Yeah, so we two monks brought our 2 dogs to go collect food, and they also brought their daughter and also another dog. So, and then the dog meet and barking, and it was a very rowdy day, Yeah, so they taught their children to be a good Buddhist from the beginning. Yeah. And speaking of the good tradition that he mentioned, that in Myanmar, like the grandparent donate a part of the tupa. The tupa is the jedi that where they enshrine the Buddha relic and things. They make a big jeda, with kind of similar to this one, but it's humongous. It's a big monument. So the grandparent offer a part of it because they partake in building this very huge monument. So, and then the grandparent pass it on the responsibility to the children to continue to maintain that every year. And then the parent pass it on to the to the parent, and then that's been kept for 5-6 generations. So every year they need to do renovation, they need to maintain, like repaint it. In Myanmar, they call there's a monument called Swedagon. They have gold-plated on the monument. If you see in the back, there's a picture of it. So every generation and every year they need to replace or redo it. They pick it up. So continue to perform generosity from generation to generation. So that is what he meant about a tradition that need to be kept, and it's the good morality, good generosity, bring benefit to the parent. And then with the tradition that is bad or would be immoral, should be abandoned. Some tradition, he mentioned that in the discourse of the Buddha, mentioned that in some tradition, they're proud to have the girl in the family to introduce, the wealthy man to get married, to get, the wealth from that. So like every generation, they always have beautiful daughter to go out there and seduce something, seduce a young man, wealthy family young man to marry and things like that. So consider doing something like that, consider not a good way to do it. So that kind of tradition need to be abandoned. As a Buddhist, you see that's not good, you need to abandon. If anything that promote morality for the benefit should keep and make it better, thing like that. That's what he meant. And in the East, especially Asian culture, they have this talk about marriage. He mentioned that when the children has come to the age of starting a new family, the parents should intervene by picking, the right partner for the children. And it's become good, but then and again they don't know any better. It can be very messy and very controlling that the parent pick the partner for the children that they don't like, or they don't love, and they call a pre-marriage setting, or what you call that, and that's sometimes it's not good. But being parent, you should go and look the good foundation, good morality, to find the good match for the kid and let them get to know, encourage them to meet this kind of person, not making them, because sometimes they don't care about the morality, of the family. They care about the wealth. The kid could be very bad, very very playful, very bad. But since the good family, wealthy family, they want to match up and force the children to get married, and that's not good. But being a Buddhist, we care about the foundation. So we found that, oh, this family had a good foundation of morality. So as parents, we encourage them, we recommend them, and let the kid, to to courting with that, that young person to be compatible and get married. But in Asia, we have this problem. They kind of match. You have no shame in the marriage. You have to marry that person no matter what, because the standards, match the standard. So, but then again, on the flip side of it, now this day, we tend to let the children to be free on picking the partner. But then again, they usually go with the heart, they love, falling in love, but they overlook the morality, the foundation. So they end up having the wrong match, and then the marriage broken, and all that thing. And then if you start out with a broken marriage, you have kid, and then the kid, without having good foundation, and then they keep tumbling on, and then a lot of suffering. But as parents, we raise them with the good foundation, but we also look out for a good foundation morality. Care less much about the wealth, but the good foundation of morality, I think with that you can do anything in this world. A lot of people care about the money, but no morality. Eventually everything will crumble anyway. So for us, we care more about the morality than the wealth, because with good morality, you can always build up the wealth. But wealth without morality, it crumbles sooner or later. So morality always the important part here. Yeah. So you have any questions?
Yeah, that's why when most of the Asian Buddhists, when they list, they already know this really famous discourse, but they read the discourse and they misunderstand the discourse. They think like the Buddha tell the parents to find a good person for them, but it's not actually. The Buddha just let the parent connect them to the good person, give them good advice, but not like forcing them. They misunderstand that.
Yeah. And speaking of being a dutiful son or daughter, sometimes the Buddhist misunderstanding about the teaching of the Buddha, they make it like an obligation for the children to be, look after the parents when they get old. And sometimes parent can be so unreasonable. They demand the children, to provide them this, provide them that, beyond their capability. I get a lot of, talk about that. They call me and ask me, how should I be a very dutiful son or daughter to my parent? Well, my parent asked too much out of my afford. Thing like that is not right, because it had to be, he mentioned it had to be mutual, right? Mutual relationship, that being parent, you take good care of the children, and then when the parent get old and feeble, they cannot, do much for themselves, and children should take care of them. So it's kind of pay back, pay forward kind of thing. But you gotta know your limit. Sometimes people are so greedy, they want the children to provide them, like expensive stuff, and put a burden on the kid. So they feel very bad about it, and she asked for my advice. So I told that person that being a dutiful, that's good morality that we need to do, but then you only do within your capacity. And the parents, usually when you have kids, I ask the parents, when you have kids, you want to have these kids, right? But the kid doesn't have a choice, right? So when you have, because you want it, that means you have responsibility on it. Because you choose to have this kid. The kid didn't choose, you didn't choose to come, but you choose to make this kid. So when you have it, you should have responsibility in take care and guide and all that. But at the kid, we taught the kid that you should be grateful for whoever do good thing for you. You should repay, you do something back to repay, to have the gratitude. But you should not put obligation on the kid to repay for what you have given them, right? Because You are the one wanted. so, so never ask the kid to do it. I mean, you try to do your best. And whatever the kid returns, that's a bonus. Let's put it this way. So that way, less burden, you feel, that's why it, make the kid feel better, and you don't feel bad that if the kid don't return the favor. So being parent, and then later on, this kid will have they have their own kid, the same way you have it. Otherwise, the burden, the suffering continue to pass it on from generation to generation. So being parents, try to do your best. Try to be a responsible person. Try to fulfill the obligation that you started, and let it be. And if you treat them well, they will return the favor. But sometimes parents, they're not so good parents. And then when they get old, they base on this, and they say, the Buddha taught you to be very dutiful. You gotta be nice to me. You gotta pay the favor. You should give me whatever I want. Yeah, like that. And the kid, they see a Buddhist, and she feel very bad when she could not provide the thing that her mother asked, and it's beyond her affordability, beyond her capacity. And she feel bad about it, and she asked me, oh, what should I do? I want to be a good Buddhist. I want to be a good daughter. I want to be a good, dutiful daughter, but my mom asked beyond my capacity. I say, well, try your best, and then let your mom know that you choose to have me, not me choosing to have you. So there you go, like that. So I mean, it sounds kind of harsh, but being parent, you gotta be aware of that. You agree with me? You choose to have this baby, right? You made them, and you have to carry the responsibility. You choose to have this house, then you need to take care of it. Otherwise, the house will be crumbled, and you waste money, thing like that. Yeah. So if you put it in that sense, then you feel better if your kid, don't return the favor. But I guarantee you, if you guide them the right way, you don't need to tell them. They will come back anyway. That's how it works. What go around will come around. If you treat them badly, you abandon them, they will abandon you when you get older. So don't complain. Yeah? I'm sorry? Oh, yeah. Think of it as a bonus if they return the favor. Yeah? If not, you feel miserable if your kid abandon you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why in the first part, the Buddha tell support the one who support us. So it's not only about the parents, the biological mother and father. They're not biological parents, but they help you to grow you up. So that's how you should repay them.
Yeah. Well, basically the Buddha taught us to be grateful and return the favor. He taught us the morality way. Don't be ungrateful. Whoever take care of us, we should return the favor within the capacity that we can do, like that. And that's why he's saying that support those who support us in that way, kind of return the favor. Yeah, like that. So in the Eastern culture, we learn that, but along the way, people misunderstand it or misinterpret it, and then they take advantage of it. And then it turned out to be, turned out to be a very good, very thoughtful gesture, but it turned out to be a very, taking advantage of it and make things very bad, like that. Yeah. Yeah, so anyone, any questions? Yeah? Okay. Have more questions if you feel that you have, and then next time we have another lesson for that. For now, I think we have time for chanting and sharing merit.